feet.
These lines out from each point on the circle. And you have a lit up stone underneath your feet, a slight glow. And as you were detecting magic and keeping that up, you can see this ebb and flow of magic through the area, but nothing really focused in. The whole thing is just kind of a beacon. Okay. Not blinding, but there's a lot of magic flowing around.
You all were asking about me. Why don't I ask about you, Sivril? How did you turn into a vampire?
You guys all could see, Esteban with his hand sticking up in the air from your vantage points.
Esteban.
I received a message from my deity Overwatch. He said, the YouTube is now working. Whatever the fuck that means.
Did that solve the puzzle?
That did not solve the
puzzle. Did all of the stones light up and magically?
We needed a new key. The other one expired.
No,
okay.
That did not.
Noted.
Okay.
Blessed be the Overwatch.
Praise the Overwatch.
Turn it on and off again, motherfuckers. It don't work.
We were
Go ahead,
in
Chetty.
in like this cavernous area underneath this keep type structure, and when we got down there, there was a necromancer performing some kind of ritual and summoning some kind of army, and we got down there, and everybody was tactically withdrawing while I was holding the undead army at the turn of the stairs, and an explosion happened, or some residual crazy magic, or maybe it was a well-placed arrow, I'm not sure, but a giant rock fell onto my escape, trapping myself and Avery in the cave.
You hear a little from beside you.
I think that means and Azara.
And Azara was in the cave.
She kind of perks up a little.
I was fighting with these undead, and I told Avery to pretty much make a run for it so she could escape. And long story short, I woke up the following morning to a rude interaction with Charlotte. And then the next thing I remember is sitting underneath of a tree and finding sunshine.
I didn't even know how I hadn't got that story out of you. And surprisingly,
Where exactly were you standing when you were talking?
On the ground.
next to me,
Just next to sunshine.
Okay. Who's sitting on the rock?
I was.
Okay.
Do I notice any change with the glowing structure?
None?
Sunshine?
Actually, yes.
Tell me about your childhood.
It was a very happy childhood. I hung out with my grandfather most of the time. I actually have two older siblings. They're twins. It's very rare in the elves.
Her stones start lighting. Same slight glow as yours.
Avery, are you standing on your stone over there?
I am.
Where did you grow up?
The high forest.
I was gonna say she's a wood elf.
Wood elf.
So yeah, the forest.
It's a certain type of forest. It's the high forest. Whereas Sivril's from Crimson Grove.
Was.
Again.
Yeah.
Was.
Elves have real estate problems, apparently.
Why was?
Sounds like a problem that kind of follows you all around.
No.
My town is still standing.
It isn't a follow. Several's was as a direct result of bad, evil forces at play, and we helped.
An evil deity killing her husband and destroying major parts of,
Yes.
elven religion.
And of all the casualties of the grove was one of them.
It was the point at which it started.
But Avery's actually, I say in jest, but it's actually a tragedy. Like all things.
Fine, I won't relay messages.
It's her story to tell.
Nobody's letting her.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to interrupt. Talk, woman.
Honestly, there's not a lot I remember except just watching it burn down. So I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that got out. And then that's how I found Azara. I found her as a kitten, just in the snow. And you would think a fiery leopard next to a burnt down forest. That's kind of weird. Kind of seems like she was placed there. I'm not really sure how she got there, but I wasn't gonna just leave her. So I took her with me, and I kind of just went out on my own because I couldn't find anybody else.
Avery, I have a question. I've never asked, but the High Forest, Azara's not native to there, is she? Is she an extraplanar being, typically? Like by design? Or are her kind found throughout the land?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I never thought to actually look into that. For all I know, her parents could have been used to burn the forest down themselves, and she just got caught in the crossfire, but I really haven't gotten that far into figuring that out. It's kind of honestly hard for me to even think about.
You do see the stones under her, and she's got a small circle of them. Do glow slightly. Same glow that's under the 3 before.
I'm gonna pull several
And I
onto a
need
rock.
everybody on the stones to make a will save. Sunshine, Avery, Chevy.
$32.
19.
34.
All right.
What?
So
Should
you're
probably put that die in jail. It's rolling bad real early.
I don't even know where it's at, to be honest.
What? Your die jail?
Yeah.
Sucks. Trade it out for a new die.
I need to die prison.
No. It's called the microwave.
Garbage can.
So, Avery, you see Chevy across the way on his stone, and what you see is just kind of, you see this weird look kind of across his face. It's a look that if you saw somebody give you on the street, you'd wonder if they're getting ready to pull a knife, like they're up to something. And it's a quick glance across his face, but you also see him lightly touch the Celestial Resonance rock when the look comes across his face as he looks in your direction as you finish speaking.
The robe that I'm not wearing.
And
He lost
you
his rock.
you see this. No one else sees this, but you do. And it doesn't go out, but the stones under her do slightly dim.
What, you can't put under a rock without taking off your hat?
No. Hat's too big.
That's perfect.
Sunshine, you said you were pulling several?
Yeah, onto the rock.
Okay. 2 of you can't fit on it.
Is there
I'd have
an
my
unoccupied
cat.
rock?
The other trees, yeah. There
I'll
are
walk over
5.
to one of them,
Okay.
whichever one is closest to Sunshine.
Okay. So you walked over.
But we're supposed to be in groups of
As
3.
I
he's
don't know.
walking over, I will say to Avery, for what it's worth, I am sorry to hear about your home.
Thank you. Honestly, glad you asked because I haven't talked or thought about it in a long time. It kind of feels a little bit better to be able to relieve a little bit of that grief.
Seems like you've found a new home in these individuals here, so.
I did. I even found myself a Sibrel. Which I honestly really starting to wonder if we're actually related and we just don't know it. And he just got relocated somewhere else because
Because
Or
he's
you
such
did.
an asshole?
yes, yes, exactly. See?
You see her stones light up again. Actually, slightly brighter than before. Gaining the same luminescence they had, and then getting a little bit brighter. Avery, if I ask you for another will save, you'll have a +1.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if she rolls a 1.
With several on the rock now, you want to tell me your story again?
What do you want to know?
Well, let's skip the past and let's jump to the now. Knowing that Charlotte was undead and we somehow took care of her,
She's not gone yet.
she's not gone yet. How does that make you feel?
Several, you feel this crushing pain right between the eyes as you take 6 points of psychic backlash.
Okay, well, I'll step back over by Sunshine.
Yes.
And I will look at Chevy and I'll say, Stone didn't light up and now I have a migraine. Looks like it's skip several day.
You never skip several days.
Maybe we need to take turns.
Maybe.
It's
What happens if we step off the rock to trade with somebody?
well, let's see. Several trying new places.
Oh, yes. Step on the rock.
Okay, you step on the rock, it doesn't change. You don't have any pain.
Take 3.
Chevy.
Take 3. How do you really feel about Avery?
How do I really feel about Avery?
Avery gets comfy on her rock, apparently.
Oh yeah, let's pop a squat.
When it all boils down to it, I would give my life for Avery just like I would give my life for you or Sunshine or anyone else in this group. But if we're talking specifically about Avery, there's something that I see in Avery that I don't see in anyone else. And it's very simply put, she is passionate about everything that she cares about. And she'll wear it on her sleeve, on her chest, on her face, in the way she acts, the way she talks to you, the way she doesn't talk to you, the way she flips her hair when she's mad at you, the way she runs and climbs the tree, the way she yells for Azara for help. So if you ever are questioning whether or not Avery cares about you or has a sense of compassion for you, all you have to do is listen to the way she speaks to you. If there's someone in this party that is not a complex book to read, and I mean it by no offense. Avery is very clear about where she stands and what she believes in.
The stone pulses brightly.
Under me or under Avery?
Under you. It hums to life.
It's fucking horrible.
Are you still, were you still detecting magic at this point?
I think I would have dropped it by now.
I mean, it's not hard to see the magic from this pulse. It's almost a beam of light swirling up and around. I mean, obviously his body blocks the light, but there's literally light coming up from beneath you from the stone.
I'll step off and
I'll do the same.
say, Esteban or Nayla, would either of you care to take a turn?
I could finally tell my story if you're willing to hear. Don't have any questions because you're thorough.
Step on the stage.
All right.
Awesome.
This is gonna sound like ass.
Esteban,
Yes.
what's your goals?
So Esteban, you step onto it.
What's your goal?
Redemption. Honestly.
Redemption for what?
Well, there's a story. So, have a seat and let me tell it. You don't have to. I just,
Stay a while.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Stay a while and listen.
Don't sue us.
Yeah. Please don't. We don't have any money. So my goals overall are redemption and I really just want to be in peace. I'm not very old compared to you, but I've lived a storied life. Been on adventures, done many things.
At people?
And
You said
people.
done twice.
Yes. It needed to be said twice.
I understood what he was implying.
Yes. One was more, it had italics on it. It's like
Yes.
a wink, wink, nudge,
It was
nudge.
slanted.
It was slanted, yes.
Like a wink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
So. And it all started because I got greedy. And the person I was with, I was married previously. Technically still am, but she'll never remember me. So it all happened. I was, doing my thing, and she got mad and got with her girls, and they had a girls' night on one of the eclipses. It's the one that everything turns red. And she was maybe a little drunk on a lot of wine, and did some casting, and it went from I don't want to remember you for a day to I don't want to remember you ever existed ever by the time the day comes. So that's kind of why everyone forgets me if I don't talk to you or see you or interact with you before daybreak. And there's a lot more to it, but I could talk on this forever, but I want forgiveness. And I'll never get it from her because she won't be able to remember, at least not for me, but for my children, if I ever have any, legitimate or otherwise, across multiple planes of existence. Because I don't want them to be bound by this curse. Because walking into a room with people you know, but they don't know you, and you always have to introduce yourself, is probably, it's a fate worse than death.
Are you seeking forgiveness from yourself?
I don't know. I just want my transgression to be absolved so I can rest peacefully when it is my time. But until then, I will give everything up into my life to everyone without question. Because that's just who I am.
Stone activates in a burst of color and light as well. The hum of magic is feeling almost like a drumbeat in the air. You can see with two of them now a slight glow that follows along whatever it is that trails from the one where Chevy and Esteban were. There's a slight glow that's trailing through a crack, almost like water trailing toward the center. From the one where Sybil and Sunshine were, there's looks like a root that has gone in and out of the earth. And the root itself thrums with the magic as well and the light. Two activated. What did you all do then?
Esteban, the runes there said something about a trio of pairs, correct?
Yes, it was effectively 2 groups of 3.
I think we need our little green friend here to go join Avery.
All right.
What? Avery's got 2 displacer beasts.
There are 6 intelligent creatures here.
Didn't it say?
Don't say that to El Gato.
Didn't it say 2 groups of 3?
3 groups of 2.
No, it was 2 groups of 3.
2 groups of 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it counts animals though.
But Azara is with us.
Right now we have 3 groups of 3. If we're counting cats.
Do you have a poem?
Correct.
Maybe we have
Recap.
to rotate around this thing.
And that's what I'm thinking, is we need to move from stone to stone.
Whatever direction I moved last time, I'm going to move the other direction and have Sunshine and Azara move with me.
Okay. All right.
You want to go the opposite way that you went?
Well, last time I got a splitting headache when I went
You
the
guys
other
are
way.
going to go
But you
all
didn't
here.
go with me.
But you didn't go with anybody.
Well, we'll see.
We go as a group.
Let's put Azara on the stone. Who's a good
She
kitty?
walks right over and sits on it. Oh, the one that you guys were going towards, as if she understood every word you said.
That's,
I know, she's an intelligent girl.
Yeah, she knows when Sybil's talking shit. She tells me.
I just wonder if, Esteban, you can speak to animals, correct? Ish.
I used to be able to. I've lost that.
Avery?
It's more. She should be able to do it. It's a thing. It's in her repertoire.
So what, should I ask Azara a question?
Are you, did anybody else move or just the one group?
I'll wait.
Okay.
I don't even know what to ask.
You said you wanted to know if she was native to the area, right? Surely there's something that you don't know about her creatures.
I mean, that's true. But, I'm not sure how she would respond, though. She usually doesn't.
Just ask her.
1 circle for yes, 2 circles for no.
That's true. Okay.
Sybil, Sunshine, give me a perception.
Azara, are you native to this area? To our plane? The plane that I found you? Make 1 circle for yes, 2 for no.
She twitches her ears a little bit. Airplanes.
Hmm.
And she'll circle twice. And kind of tilt her head. Like she's thinking about the answer. Looks at the stone. And it actually starts to glow a little. She pops up and flicks her tail a little bit. Looks a little bit excited.
She's proud of herself.
Good girl. You did good. I kind of throw a treat at her because she deserves it.
It doesn't get 3 feet from you before one of the babies grab it.
All right. Well,
She's
Azara,
with me
I owe
though,
you
so-
one. I owe you one for later.
Azara's with me, so I just pull one of my Azara treats out.
Okay.
Thank you, Sunshine. Now I gotta feed the other cat because the other one's gonna get mad if I don't.
You do.
Yeah, Zila looks a little pitiful now because Elgato got that one.
I want a treat.
What a treat.
Bring it up for the whole class.
None for you,
Pretty much.
Jinx.
Yeah, I always do.
So of course I give Zila one. Okay, now we're fair.
You do that, and actually, as Zila steps up to get one, her paw touches the stone, and yours lights up completely.
I'll take it. This works for me.
Okay.
So we now have 4 completely lit stones.
3.
3
The one under Azara is partially lit.
partially lit.
You guys should move to one that's not. And I think Ernela should stand on the stone.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll move, I guess, counterclockwise
Yeah, towards
around here towards Avery.
Okay. You guys move over here.
Do Nayla.
All 3 of you going?
Sure.
Esteban?
Of course.
Okay.
I would never go in.
All right. So, Ernela, you're sitting on the stone, standing on it.
It's hard to tell the difference. I'm so short.
Do
All right. What did that give you guys a total on your perception? I will take a perception from you 3 to
16.
with the stone as well. Okay.
What?
Perception.
22.
22. Okay.
34.
Okay.
I've only had them the whole
Ernela.
Yeah, just
I'm playing with my ukulele. I'm not paying attention to shit.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
yeah, I rolled a 1
Are
too.
you and the babies
So-
moving?
Yeah, I'll step off since it's fully activated.
Okay.
I will go through the direction that everyone else is going.
Okay.
You can go over here. Oh, next to you.
Calling the babies to you.
Yep.
Okay. So they will make their way over here.
They're not doing any better. Purple dye of purpleness.
These around here.
Stupid.
There we go.
Purple dye of purpleness.
All right. So Irnela, as
It's
you
purple.
there's moved on to the next one, what was your total?
34.
34 and
22.
22. Okay, 22. You see that there's
34.
some neat designs and such, but it's Irnela that notices that you're pretty sure that that's kind of the design in the glow of the stone toward the ground. You can. It almost looks like it might be that writing that Esteban translated before.
So we're basically blocking the instructions.
It's not exactly, it's not a whole bunch of writing like what he read before, but you see some kind of writing within the magic of the glow. Maybe it's a word, maybe 2, you're not sure. because you can't read it.
Correct. I can see it, I just can't read it.
Okay.
I don't remember if you mentioned it to me or not that I needed to look at it, but I'm like,
He doesn't seem to notice it at all. With the 34, you realize he's
on his
not.
own.
He's in his own. He
It's
didn't
like
even look at
I've
it.
told my story, I'm done.
well, I'm just lost in thought.
He seems like he's a little. Maybe his story sent him down a.
It's possible.
Dark path.
But he doesn't seem to notice the words. All right. So everybody's moved.
You said that you were hit on the head, and that's part of the reason that you have lost your memory?
Most recently, yes.
Most recent.
Yep. I've always had memory problems.
We should be best friends.
I mean, we're like opposites attracting,
Yeah, no,
but not like that. Keep it above board in the group.
But of course, there.
Well,
I have a rule: no,
I mean-
no sleeping with the party.
It's probably a safe rule.
That's a good rule.
Everyone else is fair.
Oh man. Yeah, most recently it was a head strike. I've always had memory problems.
You're Dory.
Yes. Except when it came to things that like I really fully grasped. So part of why I'm even still alive is because of the weapons that I manufactured. But once I lost my usefulness in that regard, then I was pretty much told to beat a path somewhere else.
Would they like kick rocks?
So do you remember where you're from?
That I do not remember, no. But yes, then about 5 years back, I got the crap kicked out of me. And the memory's been even spottier since.
It's a little ironic that you remember having memory problems.
I know something's supposed to be there, I just don't know what.
Don't go into like a recursive loop of thinking on this. It'll break your head.
This one doesn't light up as she speaks.
I'm being truthful, I promise.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't you be?
Maybe the words.
What words?
I think there's words on this stone, and maybe it needs something else. Esteban,
What?
can you read?
No.
I mean, yes.
Can you read what's on this stone?
Oh, I shall try. Is
Please.
it? My memory is a little unclear on this. Is it fuzzy, or do I?
Once she's pointed it out, the stone that you guys left, you look back and you can see within the magic of the glow, almost as if the rune has a different shade of magic for the glow. You see the rune for water in Wild Song.
That's Wild Song for water. I'm gonna go look at the other ones that are glowing.
Okay. The one that was glowing under Sunshine and Cyril before was Earth. And the one that Avery was on says Air.
The elemental. I bet the last one's. I bet the last one's fire.
No.
What about the one that we were under just a minute ago?
Yeah, it's glowing. Yeah, what's it?
Heart.
The one that
That Esteban and I were on.
that one was water.
Oh. So the one Nayla's currently on is not water.
It doesn't have a.
It doesn't have
It's
one.
not
Gotcha.
glowing. You
Understood.
can't see any rune.
Understood.
It's literally in the glow of the magic.
Let's see.
It's written in the lights.
So is it?
Projector rocks.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I would say, is it like, so you have one color for the hue, and then you have like an offset color for the font in there, and it's like
Yes.
like a hologram, kind of. It's there, but not.
Kind of have to look at it the right way to realize it's a word.
What's one of those? Knowledge Arcana?
I'll take Arcana or Nature.
I could do both.
Good.
They're the same.
So what do you want to do?
Tell me which one you're doing.
Nature.
Okay.
Ernayla.
What do I want
27.
to do?
Yeah, what do you want to
I'm
do?
sorry.
Where do you want to go? What are you, I mean, Esteban has a goal of redemption.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't really thought that far because I was just trying to live. So I guess I've accomplished that goal because I'm currently still surviving.
It's
You
an
are.
ongoing task.
It kind of
It is. It's an
It
ongoing
is.
task.
It has been made much easier since being allowed to be part of this group. Because a goblin on their own is not we're easily attacked.
Aren't goblins kind of a tribe?
Usually.
So, where's your tribe?
Well, if I knew that, it might solve a whole lot of stuff.
No, we're your tribe now.
Oh, okay. It's right here.
Yes, your tribe is right here.
So sorry.
Do you want to make better weapons?
I mean, that's always good. I mean, I guess at this point I just am trying to, and maybe I'm already getting there, but just trying to find a family. Never really had a family. You laughing at me?
No, the tribes are chosen. It's a thought in my mind. I'm like, sorry.
If
I'm expecting someone to go, you're the weakest link. Goodbye.
Well,
if you've never had a family, I guess I would be curious to know what your definition of a family is.
well, it would certainly be not a group that throws you out when they lose your usefulness. But also, someone that'll help protect you and others. I don't feel like I'm looking for much in that regard. Just, the opposite of what little I do remember having.
With that, you do get the beginnings of a glow underneath.
Esteban, do you see a symbol on this one?
Not yet.
No. Do I have an insight that popped into my head? Do I remember the thing that I
sent it to you.
I know. Do I know this now?
Yes.
Okay.
That it's a correlation that you could possibly take as far as nature, balance, that kind of thing.
It's a
There you
clue
go.
by 4. Got it.
Not necessarily, but
Well, you're not hitting me in the face with it, but it's like, hey. All right. So, each of the elements represents things, and I feel like water, it's more insight, wisdom, which are kind of the same thing, just different angles. Air is the thing that surrounds, it connects every living thing together. It's also how we communicate, typically. Fire is movement, action, drive. Like, several is basically
Passion.
fire, yeah. And, what moves you, makes you go. Yeah. And then earth is the, like mother, the compassion,
Foundation.
support that holds you up, that binds us all together. It keeps you going whenever, you need a place to rest. And it's where you typically go in some way to your final rest. At least for most humans. Some unfortunate souls get stuck, but, the plan is you come from the earth and you return back to it. One day. Now I need something to drink. I'm getting all, philosophical and...
So to ignite the fire one, we would need a passion, an action,
Movement.
movement.
And it's not isn't lit, is it?
The one under you guys is partially lit.
You guys have so far, you are where Chevy, Irnela, and Esteban are is exactly opposite of the first one that lit under Sibrel. And you are right beside, you're in between two lit ones, the ones you guys lit and the one that Avery and Zila lit. And you have a water, air, and an earth.
Well,
Esteban,
Yes.
you made mention that you would be willing to sacrifice yourselves for all of us.
Yes.
Get on the stone first.
I was gonna say.
Zara will move real quick.
And I'll step on the stone, whatever one we're on as well.
Esteban, too.
Yes, of course. I just do it because it's dramatic.
Yeah. Like, I say his name and we're like,
Esteban.
Yeah, we just kind of...
yeah.
Scoot. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Yes.
To what ends do you think that justifies your action?
Nothing I do will ever justify what I did. I broke someone's heart and their trust.
Here, hold on. Let's back up. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for me.
Always. And I want nothing in return.
If you're going to sacrifice yourself for me, what, as a recompense or as a atonement for the things that you have done, what ends justifies that? If you say that even your sacrifice won't rectify the situation.
I can't change the past. So it doesn't matter what I do. It only matters that I do something to try. If once you crumple a sheet of paper, you can never put it back to the way it was. You could flatten it, you could try, but it'll never be as pristine as it once was. So once that trust is broken, it's always broken. And you could rebuild it, tear the paper down and make a new paper, but it's no longer the same thing. It's something new entirely. And I know that, so I don't have an answer that will satisfy your query.
I think you do.
Several, your stone is lighting up. The one under several flares and is completely lit. It is exactly opposite of Avery's. The first one that was lit by Avery and Zila.
So what are your thoughts?
I think you do. I think and forgive me for saying so. But I think that's the easy way out for you.
sacrificing myself, giving the ultimate, making, no, of course, it is the easy way out. I do not hold it against you, but I'm willing to do anything, is what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure that you tried to sacrifice yourself for us once,
I've done it like 5 times.
and you're still here.
Yeah, that's because people keep telling me no.
I'm pretty sure I told you no once.
You did. But if it'll further your cause, our cause, the cause, save the world, my story can be cut short. If it completes the tapestry, or I make a difference in such a way that it...
Friend, I need you to listen to me.
Fine.
There's more value in you living and continuing whatever story will be written through history, with us or without us, than whatever navigational shortcut you think your story deserves. Your story is not written by you. Your story is written by those who will, and I say will, remember you.
It flares underneath you as Several speaks.
That's why I took your soul from the inside of a demon and put it back in your body.
By the way, I don't recommend that. It's not very comfortable.
Sorry.
You see underneath you the symbol for Earth, under the one that just lit under you.
Am I the pronoun? Me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make
Yes,
sure you were talking
Esteban, it is
Thank
under Esteban you see Earth. Now you're not sure what's under theirs because they can't read it. Avery, you can read them now that they've pointed it out. You can see his because you're right there nearby. You're not close enough to see what's under Azara and Several, but
Hey, I'm over there too.
you can't read
Damn
Wild
it.
Song.
What?
You're correct, I can't.
Cyril, until that day comes
Until what day comes?
that I am remembered, I'll keep fighting. I'm not gonna quit. But
I don't want you to. I want you to see the value that we see in you. Because I think somewhere underneath that kick-ass hat that you have,
it is a nice hat.
I think you feel that because no one remembers you, that you're not worth enough to be remembered.
I mean, that's kind of how it seems. I'm being punished for something I did. I just think it went a little too far.
Everybody makes mistakes, but that doesn't mean.
Yeah, but you ever piss off a high-level woman, well, witch, not a woman. With eyes of fire and hair to match.
Excuse you.
Shut up.
I'll
I mean, it
step
doesn't
off-
matter
I'll
who
step
it
off the
is.
stone.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you deserve to be forgotten and tossed aside like nothing.
I wasn't
You
tossed
were worth
aside.
somebody.
I just wasn't. And I have a fragile ego. I'm a bard. Everyone has to love me, or I cry a lot.
We do. We do.
Or I'll cry a lot.
Is there no hope for removal of the curse?
That's what we're working on. It's not priority.
It's on the
Oh, it's
list.
on the agenda.
It's so.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I believe it's my bloodline that is cursed. So I want to remove it for not me, but for my future generations.
Where did
Why
this
not for you?
I don't care about
It's
me.
not a priority. Listen to your own words. It's not a priority. I want to remove it for everyone else but me.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered that maybe if you put yourself first, or at least value yourself, maybe that might make a difference in changing that curse?
It
Fixing
might.
it?
I've never thought of it that way. I will think about it, but I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to take away from anyone else's light.
You're not a burden.
I do everything I can not to be. Because I was the burden. I'm not the same person I was then. And I know you're right, but I don't know. I need to think.
Gotta work on the bard's self-esteem.
For what it's worth, friend, if you're already not the same person you were then I think the punishment's about due to be over.
I was a druid, now I'm a bard, so you know.
Some timey-wimey stuff got in there.
Azara kind of breaks ranks and comes over and gives you a noggin. And then
I had bumper too.
Then turns and kind of
Noggin.
leans a shoulder down to your Neela.
I hop on.
I love that.
I assume that's what she wants, so.
Sure.
What are all the
Go
symbols
sit
that
down
have
on
lit
another
up?
stone that's not lit. Well, not sit. She starts to sit, feels you slip, and then stands back up.
What are all on? Is it just the earth stones? Like what does this one say that we're on currently? Several and I.
Can I read it from where we are?
Nope, but you had already stepped off your stone, so you could
Yeah.
walk over there.
Yeah, I'll walk over there.
Nothing seems to be lowering in intensity.
All right, I walk over and read. Which one is it?
As you get closer, you can kind of tell as you'd looked for Avery's being air, and instead of the line being on the ground or in a root, the line is actually like magic glowing through the air, almost as if you can see the wind going toward the center. Same for the one that they're on right now, the exact opposite end. It's moving in toward it. So it seems, as you look, air and air are on the opposite side. You find that earth and earth are on the opposite side. You have water. The one on the opposite side is not lit. And then you have two that are exact opposite, and they are not lit.
Okay, so it looks it's air. So each one it's balanced between air and air, earth, nothing, most assumed fire, and then one water. Is that what you said?
You have one water lit.
Yeah, one water.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to read.
So opposite from this water, we expect to find another water.
Yeah, one's up and the other one's down, so they balance each other out in multiple dimensions.
Zara had sat on the one in between where Sibril and Sunshine were, and where you guys were. She'd walk back toward them. So she's sitting on one that you would assume to be fire, while standing, as she realized she should not sit with you on her back.
I give her ear scritches.
She's sitting on the stone, or she's on the stone.
She's standing there. You feel her purr, and it actually starts to glow underneath her.
Oh, well then I'll just keep scritching.
It does the dim glow as you give her ear scritches.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder about that, if she would have an effect on the fire one, so I take that as a yes.
Are Sibril and I standing on a fire one?
When he stepped off the stone, the next one over would have been the one that Azara just went to with your Nayla.
Okay.
So on the opposite side, there would be a fire, and then to the left of it would be the water.
Are we switching groups up?
Apparently Ozara decided we were.
I have a question for Azara, seeing she's on a different stone here and it started to light up. Azara, same, spin once for yes, twice for no. Do you remember anything about the night that Avery was talking about her forest burning down and her finding you? Do you remember how that forest caught fire?
She circles twice.
For no. Okay.
She was just a kitten.
Yeah.
A baby.
So who's going to the other two?
I'll go to an empty one.
I'll go to the other. What was it? Air, earth.
There's
and
a water and a fire.
I'll
And then there's, of course, you've got a Zara on the other fire one with your nail on her back.
So the other fire that's she's not standing on, is it not lit?
Yeah, the opposite of her is not lit.
I'll stand on that one.
Okay.
Um, can't really think what to ask.
I'll ask the same thing that I asked of Sivril. What do you actually think about Sivril?
That's a lot. He may be annoying, and he drives me nuts, and I had to take a natural remedy break there a time or two, but in the end, I also would give my life for Sivril, just like any of you. I mean, he is like my adopted brother, big brother. The time that he was gone, I did miss him a little bit.
Oh.
A little bit. I feel like he's a big force in keeping our group together. I mean, I know that we could stand strong still, but he's really what motivates us and keeps us going, even when we feel like falling apart. So as much as he annoys me, I wouldn't wish that away for anything.
Unfortunately, the stone doesn't
I'll walk over and give
make
her
a
a
glow.
hug.
Stone begins to glow.
Like fully activated.
No, just glows.
I follow several over there because we've been kind of staying in a group anyways.
Okay.
I know we've been asking each other questions, but this one's gonna, and we've definitely switched up just a little bit. But
Sunshine, how do you feel about me?
well, then you just take the words right out of my mouth.
Now we're talking about this.
All I see is poor Avery going. As we just like walked up right next to her, and now we're having this conversation. Anyway,
Wait, now I feel like the third wheel.
Yeah.
Can I step off?
You can.
I'll step on the stone.
As everybody falls silent.
Right.
Ooh.
If you want, I'll go first.
No, you've talked about being the last one, being left. But honestly, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I will never leave you. And before he can say a word, she kisses him.
It flares.
Well, it's about damn time.
Seriously. Now maybe we can get rid of the tension.
No, now you need to make that cabin.
As
It only has one room.
as she leans in and kisses him,
Yeah, we don't need to
he'll
be
let her
there.
kiss him, and I will push her back, like not like, but just like
Ew, gross.
make space,
He's like, no, I cannot love you.
and I will say, I have one problem, Sunshine.
I'm pregnant.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Surprise.
I didn't do it.
Esteban and I secretly. Anyway.
So that wasn't the angel?
No, it was the angel. It's a multiplanar thing. You don't understand.
There's
I have a problem.
there's nothing that we can't overcome.
I'm a jealous creature. And at the end of the day, you serve a God who sits above me.
She sits above everyone.
I know. Can I just step off the stone?
As he speaks, you guys see the flare of light that brought this one to pass, and almost like there's a line of different little plants that you realize that's the line, and some of these little plants, and they have this blue, magical, almost fiery looking essence to them. And as he starts speaking, you do see it somewhat retreat, barely out of the corner of your eye, and when you start to realize it, and then it goes back as he finishes, almost as if he was losing progress, but then gained it at the same time.
I will, right before I kind of step off the stone, I will say, but don't read into my words.
You're never getting rid of me.
I fully understand that. I believe that 100%. Don't take my self-admission as I do not care for you, nor I don't love you.
You know, maybe if you had a little bit better self-esteem, you could, express your love. Wait, hold on.
No, continue.
Hello, Pot.
Yes,
This is Kettle.
I am Pot.
Look,
I love that.
I'm only giving you shit because I love you.
this is the same problem I had with my wife. She too was a healer, religious woman,
So you have a type?
incredibly powerful.
Sounds like it.
Opposites attract.
She tries to fix everything, including you. But you're not broken. It's just how you're made. Sorry, I totally derailed
You're
your
fine.
entire thing. I do have a job here. It's
My-
to entertain.
My jealousy translates very literally into loyalty and protection. And my wife is dead,
You didn't kill her.
but I didn't stop it either.
You avenged her. I was there.
We did.
Yes. My father will absolutely not kill another one of my wives, I guarantee that.
A bit of wisdom from a man who will die before you have a wrinkle. You bastard.
My skincare routine is second to none.
I know. You exfoliate daily. I know. It's
And nightly.
and I
it's
oh,
made-
He's also dead.
yeah, and dead. Yeah, I forgot about that. Died alive. I actually forgot. I'm not a statist, if you will. I totally forgot you weren't alive anymore. That's totally my problem. I need to work on. Sorry for being insensitive to your current status. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck. It was gonna be good too.
Derailed.
Look, I'll wrap this up very simply. If I can't be honest with her, I can't be honest with myself, and I can't be honest with you.
I understand.
We have centuries to fix this shit.
Here, let's just start a policy. No bullshit. Just say the truth. Period. No matter how much it hurts.
I always do.
Yes, but I'm saying this mostly for me.
That's a good policy. That way you don't have to remember all the lies.
Right.
Perfect way to call it too. No bullshit.
Irnela, you realize that you guys are moving as all this is happening. And she's gone over and she's kind of nipping at El Gato,
Oh,
who's, definitely twice her size.
yeah.
Well, they're all talking and you're listening, but you're also kind of getting distracted by watching this smaller, fierce little leopard grab a hold of this displacer beast by one of its tentacles as it didn't want to listen, and she drags it over to the one that you guys were on.
Come here.
By the time they get about to this point, and they're close to the stone, you guys hear Elgato's very displeased growls and hiss, and you see Azara literally pulling him by a tentacle. She has a hold of it in her teeth.
That's gotta hurt.
He's tried to blink a couple times, like phase on her. You see another one of him, but she's got a hold of him, so she's not letting go. She's pulling him over.
She's definitely demonstrated some alpha tendencies with regard to Elgato lately.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the middle of this.
And as she gets him over there and she lets go, he starts to step back and she flames for a moment. Whew. And he sits really quick. And then she looks back at you like, I am so sorry.
That's good. I give her some ear scritches to let her know it's okay.
It smells warm.
Just a seat warmer, no big deal.
Yeah, it was a 1 point warm to the butt. 1 point of fire damage to the bottom.
Okay.
Oof.
If you need a salve, I have one.
For burns?
Shut up. Don't even go there.
Yeah, I figured there was double meanings behind that.
Look, a man of my profession, you must be prepared for any contingency.
I am.
Nobody in the party.
I'm out of practice following them. Some of these I have
Yep.
been late to the party on these today. It's been a few.
Look, damage happens in various places for various reasons, and sometimes you need a salve.
I'm aware. I have plenty.
Okay, so no doing things with the party except helping them heal, okay?
Look, sometimes you
Hey.
burn your feet while walking across the thing, or you burn your with in the fire, and then on the plane of fire.
So you guys have. Let me arrange everybody.
I have some burn
we have-
salves for you.
El Gato is
I was trying to be
right
subtle.
about here.
Are you saying your displacer beast tentacle was also hurt by a fire cat?
Yes,
Cool.
very eloquent.
Fuck!
I'm guessing that's how it happened.
The metaphor went very deep, so.
Zila's just kind of chilling right here. You two are over
Hey.
here on the fire one.
I really appreciate your Bardic heritage. It comes in handy. You're very on point with it.
Chevy and Esteban, had you guys moved at all?
Is there one that's still not glowing?
They originally moved with Irnela. They originally did.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
they
never
moved
got
again.
which they did after that. I never got whether they went to the other fire or water.
I mean, I remember us moving, kind of, you have here, and then they move, we would counter move.
Well, and I mean, you walked around and kind of read things, you and Avery, reading
Yeah.
symbols at one point.
I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like always being in balance in this is important. Wherever she moves, I move to the opposite.
They just lit the fire one here. So Zila's kind of chilling over here by one that's not lit, but she's not quite on it. She's more kind of in between here. And so,
I'll
are
walk.
you two going over here,
Yeah.
or are you heading over here where El Gato and The other two are.
I'll stand on that one that's not lit.
You'll
Yeah.
stand on this one.
Yeah, I'll be there. I remember being there as well.
Okay. All right. So you, from your assumptions of where everything are, you are on a water. And El Gato is now sitting on the other fire one that's partially lit.
I'm gonna try and get on El Gato's back again, like I did the other night.
Okay.
And give him scritches behind the ears.
I mean, he's sitting, still watching Azara.
Sure.
And you, so you're kind of climbing up, and he'll lay down.
Oh, that makes it
When
even
you
easier.
start scritching ears, he just kind of leans, and he's kind of covering most of it, but you do see light coming out from the sides of him, and you do see those plants toward the center as you give him some lovin's there.
Because I love scritches.
Hey,
So
Chevy.
there's, what, one more
Why
that
don't you
needs to be
go-
lit?
And that would be Chevy and Esteban are standing on the water one.
Is it Zila with them?
Zila's over there as well.
Chevy, do you feel like you're not complete because you're not on a boat?
No, I don't think my my life revolved around the boat. That was simply a means to an end to provide for my family. That's where I grew up. That's what I was taught as a child by my father, and that's simply the profession I inherited.
But not the one you wanted?
That's what came easiest.
That's not what I asked.
She's got a point.
Snap.
Are you still scritching while you're talking?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you
Why
guys
not?
start hearing he's actually kicking a foot.
I don't think I've ever seen a
That's
cat
so
do that.
cute.
I've seen it.
I never really had aspirations of my own. I was always on the boat with my father growing up, and that's just where my skill set grew. That's where I belonged. Not necessarily where I aspired to be, but I again didn't really have aspirations until I met Anna and Clara, having my daughter.
What changed? Besides that, obviously.
Well, as I mentioned, Anna pulled me from the shore and saved me after our ship wrecked. I lost my father that day. But I do everything I do for her and for Clara.
Your stone does begin to glow at the beginnings.
What are your aspirations now?
To kill the god of magic.
Why?
To save my daughter. That's why I'm here. That's why what led me to you all was to save her. And one thing led me to Charlotte, which led me to Sivril, which led me here.
What have you gained from the time as a boy until now?
What have I gained? Courage. More or less.
Anything else?
A family, friends.
Maybe perspective?
Perspective, too, yes.
Because one thing I've noticed, not that I'm a parent, I probably am, I'm assuming.
Perhaps.
I've seen people be reckless and boisterous and, braggarts and loud, and then they make a child and then their worldview changes. It's no longer just about them. it's about everyone. It's about something that is more than them, and it just changes everything. And then you watch the world through their eyes, and you get excited when they pick up they understand, they make that connection between this and this are related, and make that other thing happen. I'm just wondering if you've seen that yet, or are you still on that journey?
I've definitely seen that in Clara.
I'm going to slowly start stepping up to whatever stone I'm standing next to.
Okay. All of them are lit except
That's whichever one I'm on. I don't know how it works. I know that I have to stand on a stone for things to work.
Okay. Okay, so you're back on the fire one. Where you were kissed.
Go ahead, Chevy. I was listening to you.
Clara did not have the same passions for the ocean that I did, or at least the same drive to go out and help that I did with my father.
I understand.
But before she was drawn toward the rift, she was an artist. She made crafts at home, and
you speak as if she has gone. She is an artist. Still present.
She is still present, just not in that capacity.
Yeah,
she's currently strapped to my bed at home.
She's fully bound, yes. I understand.
Being force-fed to be kept alive. That's what's currently driving me. And one day I hope to see something new that she's painted.
Chevy? Just your daughter has the ability to manipulate magic, yeah?
Honestly, I had never seen that before. It was just one day she was gone, and when we finally found her, she was almost to the rift, being drawn in. So she apparently has some innate magical ability.
Can I give you a little bit of wisdom from a father to a father?
Always appreciate it.
You see, I have a daughter, and I decided one day that I was afraid to lose her. To be fair, she was dying in my arms, but I was afraid to lose her. And I stole her future from her. And I cursed her with the same fate that I have. I don't tend to tell people how to live their own life or make their own choices. But on that day, I was selfish. And I was afraid to lose everyone that was important to me. My little nugget, gold nugget of wisdom for you. Make sure she doesn't want to be a wizard before you steal her future from her. Because I don't know what's going to happen when we kill the god of magic. I don't know if there will be magic or there won't be magic. You are her father, and it is your charge to take care of her and think of her future. But don't steal it from her.
The way I see it now, she has no future until this matter is resolved.
I don't know if killing the god of death resets the god of magic back in place. I don't know if killing the god of magic deletes magic forever. I just know that I have a daughter who won't speak to me because I stole her future.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of bullshit you're about to say.
I just see Sunshine's face over there, and I'm...
Flares as you two were speaking. He continues speaking, you both listening intently. But you realize, as you two were speaking father to father, it has been lit for quite some time underneath you.
I don't even think I'm paying.
Quite brilliantly.
Yeah, I don't think I'm paying attention to that anymore.
What gets your attention is sunshine. And the fact that the very center of the circle begins to turn. And we're going to take a break right there. So, Stream's got a stream. And it's not like this ain't going to break the tension anyway, because I will be asking for initiative when I come back.
I was about to say,
Damn
if
it.
we're gonna
Damn
tell
it, I had
campfire
something to say.
stories and to tell heart to heart, I was gonna say, can we roast marshmallows too?
Hey,
We're already
something
camping
to
here.
say.
hey,
Light your kitty up, and then maybe you can.
hey.
Bullshit.
All right.
say hey a bunch and then...
I'm gonna
Hey.
run off first.
I gotta pee.
Yeah, streamer's got a
I
stream.
think-
I can wait a moment.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll wait a moment. Oh, I actually got Sunshine to have to leave
Wow.
the. That's a rarity, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this part. I certainly have. For those of you that have never been here, this is Soul Severed, and we are looking into the memories of these heroes at the table. This campaign's also set in the world of Iota Dree, which is a homebrew world that has been in the making for years and years and years. And this is actually one of the historic things that I've always wanted to use as part of a campaign. And so it's very, very interesting to me to see how they are going about this, because there are certain things that are happening in the world that they can't stop. There are certain things that are happening that they can stop. 3,000 years from right now,
Such a creak in the neck.
nobody knows really how the rift happened. The biggest rumor, the biggest thing is that all the mages of the world, good, evil, neutral, all the mages of the world got together in the center of Averlon, which is the continent where the rift began. And something happened, and pretty much almost all magic users were destroyed. Magic items still worked. People were still born with magic, apparently, but it's like all the mages just disappeared and became next to nothing. And everything has been told for thousands of years like that somehow. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them and what happens for this, because that has always been a big thing in the campaigns, is they're always curious about this rift in the middle of this continent, which you'll get to see when we finally get to the end of this campaign. Actually, what the players that have played with me a long time have seen, you'll actually see the final result of the rift. Not saying that they can't change some things, but there are some things they can't change that have already been happening. So, has anybody got any questions for me out there, or for Chevy or Irnela, since they're still here?
Somebody's got to be at the table.
Right?
Hey, we definitely want to still be here, because I'm definitely so excited that we finally God, what did we decide on, guys? Was it Sunreal? Was it Civshine?
Yeah.
Like, which one did we like? So they were putting different ones in there.
I like Civshine.
Oh my gosh, Sunreal. I like Sunreal.
Too.
But oh my gosh, they they're just kind of like, well, we're just gonna put it out there now. I was wondering if they ever would.
I was going to ask.
Oh, is that what was going through your Nayla's head during that?
Yes. Or Nayla was
So-
going to just flat out.
She's just in that memory.
She's
She's
got no
like,
tact.
well, I'm glad they did it.
She's got no tact.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, Devil's Cornbread into natural one. Oh no, Evil, what happened? I do like Sunreal.
Sunreal's cool.
Uh-oh, why is this thing is bleeping out things, Laura? I couldn't see what you wrote there, but didn't.
But didn't he reject her?
No. He actually said I love you, which he flat out told her I love you. Which was something that she didn't say. But he definitely did. She did say he's not getting rid of her. You guys are the topic of conversation.
I mean, you know.
Well, yeah, because, jealous guy. He's not religious, so I guess that tracks. Jealous of her deity.
Excuse me, I shouldn't have to say it.
Oh, no, Evil, I'm sorry.
I went up against his maker.
Hey, all I have to say is, all I have to say is in the
gonna
grand
do my
scheme of
thing.
things, okay, when you're looking at it through Civil's perspective, I'll just be real cut and dry. Good girl from deity outweighs my good girl, at least right now.
Is Sunshine you a good girl?
I'm so confused.
That's all I got to say about that.
Not that kind of scream.
I didn't. Hey, you take it wherever you want.
Well, sounds like you need to take it to the bedroom.
Not happening.
Build the cabin.
Apparently, we got a topic of conversation.
I hear.
They're trying to pick a name.
So what's your
Sunreal
ship
or
name?
What's my ship
Civshine?
name?
Yeah,
Our ship name.
your ship name. Yeah. Sunreal, Civshine,
I like the first one.
Sunreal.
Yeah, I do too.
Laura, we need a bang. Not like that.
Yeah.
Well, she's in California. That's totally
That
like.
quickly escalated.
Yeah,
too.
logistics for that gets real weird. Real weird. And a hush falls over the crowd.
silence.
Laura laughed at that, I think.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Oh, jeez.
So high five for not being able to finish your sentence there.
What sentence?
Exactly.
Oh, that. Calling your bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
Bullshit.
Oh, she made a command for it?
Yep.
She did.
Sunshine and Civil sitting in a tree.
There you go.
Nice.
To be fair, I made the first move.
A tree's a little out of place for them. It'd be more of an Avery's thing.
Not really,
She found me under a tree.
technically.
In a tree?
Under a tree.
Laura's
Definitely,
like, I can
definitely
change
not
it.
in a tree. No. I do have a natural climb speed, so in a tree isn't necessarily.
guess that's-
It's not
that
necessarily
awkward.
wrong. And I did spend a lot of time in the woods.
That's fair.
I'm very naturey.
Very naturey.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 71, therapy.
Haha.
Speaking of therapy, welcome back, Avery.
You need a lot more than I do.
Why do you say that?
So, if I understand
not
correctly
wrong.
what I heard, you killed both your father and, in essence, your daughter.
No, she was already dying.
Unkilled your daughter.
Unalived. I'm sorry. Yes, I understand.
This is why he needs more therapy than me.
Yeah, he says he stole her future, but what he really did was prevented her from dying.
Dramatic as fuck. You and Esteban need to go together.
And did your father unalive your wife?
Yes.
He did. Poisoned her. She died. He had to, so she was extremely powerful, and she had to be unalived before he could continue the ritual that eventually led to the ritualistic sacrifice of everyone that lived in my hometown and turned them to followers of Talena.
The vile betrayer.
Is that her name?
The vile betrayer.
The Vile Betrayer.
Oh.
Yeah, so everyone who was linked to the soul tree that was in the Crimson Grove, their souls were essentially harvested at the time of ritual's completion, and the Vile Betrayer claimed all of them for her followers, whether they liked it or not. Story-wise, we just created the drow.
Sure.
So,
Or the Dorvain, as they're called in Iodadri.
correct. So, my father was essentially the linchpin head priest that finished the ritual that gave her place in power in the followers that granted her first dominion and worshippers.
Well, she had worshippers. They're just
Of different,
of different.
yeah, of different type.
She also killed my god during this.
Ripped his heart out.
Oh.
Yeah, which was her husband.
Jeez.
Problems.
And then
The gods have more drama than we do.
she tried to, give me power and presented me with the heart of my deities. So I burned out her temple
Oh, well. Seems legit.
Yeah,
with her parishioners inside.
and we find ourselves with yet again more deity drama, since
Magic
and death.
Look at Laura laying down the
Is she laying down the...
law.
Laying down the therapy.
She's the official new therapist.
Yes.
She's the lore keeper. She's gonna.
Got it.
You're right, Laura. It was totally and completely justified.
Now we need to say something about Esteban so he can get that message clear.
You guys remember, our YouTube people can't see this,
I know.
so let us know.
I did. I said it was justified.
All right.
So Laura says, so just like a lot of you, Cyril takes responsibility for things that are not his fault or that are better than the alternatives. He blames himself for the tough choices that he has had to make, and it was justified. Yeah, he does that a lot too. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, real talk here, having children, real talk, I couldn't imagine my children saying whatever it was, what Kilara said to several, and my reaction not being something similar.
What did I do?
Where did I go wrong? How far in the hell did I fall from the tree? All of those questions you ask yourself when your kids literally look at you and tell you that, you've destroyed their future, you've taken everything from them. But you know what? I feel, Cyril feels that, he's got a burden and a price to pay, much like our friend Esteban. He's got a price to pay for his choices, and unlike our friend Esteban, I have a lifetime to suffer for them.
Lifetimes.
I feel like you guys have suffered enough, though.
You ever
You-
met my Esteban's ex-wife?
Well, your ex-wife has issues, so
That's for sure.
Well, we're gonna start with the
Now you want initiative, you say?
putting this one
The
right
ex-wife that I
there.
just shit talked.
We have a new status ring right here. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it up here to the camera.
But look, it's a pattern.
Look,
What's it say?
it says "fucked." I'm gonna put it around. I'm gonna put it around the bad guy coming. No, I'm not gonna put it there, but I do love that I have this status ring.
That's amazing.
So, what is the status of fucked?
So
I put it around several when I
actually-
printed it, but
shifts
just
and
You're not far. You're not far.
forgot one thing. I will go grab. I will let you guys get your initiatives rolled while I grab this other thing.
Did you get my file?
yeah. I printed it so Barnabas has everyone's minis,
awesome.
and he will paint them. I'm assuming in the coming week or two.
I was just so
I
Potentially.
think he's gonna do it
On stream tomorrow.
Yeah, he should work. He should have time to work on some of them. Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
So,
Did you print an Esteban?
yes.
Yours was the only one that
We-
printed in two pieces. It printed as the mini and then the base itself.
I think I had it separated.
yeah, there's,
We
there's an option.
actually
There's an option for that.
updated our models, which may coincide with costume changes for some of us, and actually having models for others.
She's talking about us.
Yeah,
Or me, at least.
yeah.
Your hat's awesome, by the way.
And
Avery, you might
Barnabas
have
should
to
be
tell-
painting them tomorrow.
You might have to tell Barnabas which one of yours to paint. I'm assuming you want the
The
more
bacon one?
accurate one. Yeah, the bacon
Yeah,
one.
the one holding bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah, if
thrilled
you're
I
on our
finally figured out how to.
Discord, did those get put in the community? Did we show those? In
I
the
don't think
community?
so.
I posted the picture of them.
In the community or in the
Just
in?
the cast.
Just the cast.
Just the cast.
I
Okay.
You can
It
pull
was-
pull the pictures I took of each of them and put them in the community one if you want.
She has a model of both, with the chicken leg and bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just keeping the bacon, right?
Yeah, I printed both. Didn't know how it was going to turn out, but yeah,
Okay.
the bacon one turned out fine. So if Barnabas can paint,
He pretty
The
much has
bacon one.
both of them, so he might paint both of them.
yeah, I figured he could paint both of them if he had time. But
Maybe she feels like chicken one day
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bacon
Chicken
the
one
other.
day, bacon
I
the
mean, they're
next.
both very delicious.
So-
So,
Technical question. Don't forget for your models to go to Hero Forge and get them painted how you want, quote unquote.
Yep.
And then take snapshots of like a 360 around your character, and then send them to Barnabas so he knows how to paint them.
Absolutely, guys.
Beautiful.
All right.
Can do.
color schemes.
Yep.
So
Color schemes.
The pictures I took are now in the
In the
community
center.
Discord.
Sweet. You can go find those.
His are better.
You can go.
You can
my
download those and
risers.
send them if you want.
Yeah, you can go find the pictures in the Discord channel there.
Absolutely,
that
guys.
Laura that the little stream element bot just dropped there. So
I dropped it.
Yeah.
what's
come,
that say?
Come join us
It's
on
fine.
You did the-
Discord,
you did
guys.
the-
If you have not joined us on
I
Discord,
did
you
it,
should.
and then she did it.
Come join the community. You will hear all kinds of things, especially
See,
from the captain. You'll see some things.
we will
Love it.
absolutely all chime in at some point.
I'm rare. I'm sorry. I get on there every once in a while. I do get on there a lot. I'm just not very talkative.
Boo.
I'm
just-
You want to
horrible
start
at
up
it.
a
figured it out
conversation
yet.
about what you're doing in your game and what's going on? Feel free.
Absolutely.
You have
Please.
questions? Feel free. Talk, chat, whatever.
Yes.
I have a 36. Let's go.
All right.
You.
Oh, we're rolling initiative. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
We do need those initiatives, guys. And
Your initiative.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I have a 31.
Ooh.
ooh, gross. Sorry.
That's how she feels about your 31, Sunshine.
I know.
Not quite. Okay. And all right. So 35 to 40.
I have a 36.
I need to know what your perception is. Your total initiative. Your initiative.
19.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have a +2 to my initiative for actual initiative.
All right. And so 30 to 35.
31.
Also 31.
All right. Who's going to go first?
Sunshine can go first.
What a gentleman.
You don't want to inspire me?
Fine, I'll go first.
I have a 32.
Marker. No. All right. So anybody else 30 to 35?
I have a 32.
32. All right. All right. 25 to 30.
29.
27.
Hey, good job.
And is that everybody?
That's everyone at the table.
You're
That's
not used to
everybody.
me beating you.
All
with
right.
Azara?
So
You didn't beat.
Azara goes on.
that's what you
Oh.
think for now.
Not a separate
Okay.
initiative.
Nope.
And the babies go on ours as well?
The babies don't even roll until they are brought in.
Right.
Can we bring them in now?
Well, when we command
All right.
them.
Be commanded on our turns.
I command them now.
All right, so at the top of the order,
Not us.
so this platform came up, and this guy
This guy.
Guy.
standing on top of it, and you see also apparate. Not that high. Hang on a second. Let me just shift this a little. He's not going to be that high at all.
Did you finally remember your...
I did. Floating about right here, another creature appears.
Oh my goodness.
What you see is this translucent, somewhat ethereal looking creature. Humanoid-esque, flowing cape. Maybe even looks a little bit like vines around it. You see a sharp edge that is probably a sword. And you see that when it appears, everything darkens outside, as if suddenly you're now only in the moonlight instead of the sunshine. The moons, all three of them, you can see above you in the sky. And this thing shows up, and everybody within 30 feet, which is going to be everyone, needs to give me a flip save.
That's a great save.
Your DC is 26. If you made that, then you're fine.
Damn it.
And since this is against frightened, I believe that changes it to a critical success for you. You are immune to its pulse.
The hat also gives a +1 to fear effects.
It does. Within 30 feet?
It's at 30 feet of me.
So that would be everybody, I believe.
Except for the thing that's making it.
The only... Actually, Zila did not need to make that. So I don't need to worry about her.
Thank you, Esteban. You just barely helped me make that.
Yeah, you got everybody.
You made it by one?
Pretty sure you got everybody. All right.
You did it on a shirt. Made it by 1.
So 26, and if you did not make that, you are frightened 1. If somehow you critically failed that, you are frightened 2.
I don't think any of us
Did anybody
failed.
fail?
I didn't feel
I
that.
failed.
By how much?
Just one.
This is a visual effect.
It seems kind of, yeah. It's almost as if everything darkens. You've got the moonlight and this pulse of almost, it seems like moonlight pulses out from it.
Could I use a reaction to do counter performance? Try to give him
It's visual.
visual or auditory.
I
Go
can
ahead.
I can also do it at the same time.
Do you want to? Well, I'm not going to burn my spell if you
I'll do
do
it.
it. Okay.
I'm like,
Reaction.
all right, yes. So as I remember feeling that it was starting to fear. I'm like, nope, and raging against the machine.
Okay.
G. Just that's it.
Little halo. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your counter.
All right, I'm just reading how it works. So you roll above. For those at home, I've never actually used this. So your performance protects you and your allies. Roll a performance check for a type you know. It must be an auditory performance if the trigger was auditory, or a visual for the visual trigger. Is this a visual thing? Is it like, oh my god, that's like a...
You see this moonlight strip out from
Okay.
it. The red, the white, and the darkened, almost purplish black light that comes from the dark moon.
That shit's scary.
So,
Got it. And this action gains the traits for the type of the performance. You and allies in the area can use the better result between your performance check and the saving throw.
all right. So what's
Roll
your performance?
All right. Okay.
Be really good.
Hopefully. It is a 27 for
That
the
will do
performance. Does the hat stack with it too?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 28. So
All right. So you are not frightened either. So
Sweet.
that is that one. That is its turn as it appears and it does its pulse.
The guy originally that came out before the second guy appeared.
Mm-hmm.
He, on battle cry when I roll initiative, I'm attempting to demoralize him.
Okay.
So that to be 31.
And that is off his
Will.
will DC.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Maybe I should have left the fuck ring on him. All right. So he has frightened 1.
He sure does.
All right. So that brings us to him and you, literally simultaneously.
Great. What's the gap between him and any of these trees?
Meaning,
Like, if I climbed that tree and jumped the gap, what's the distance?
it's about. He's about 15 feet
From the tree?
Most of the trees.
Okay.
Yeah. About 15
Super.
feet.
First action, I'm going to go up whatever the tree is closest to me
Okay.
to a level that I feel like I could spend another action and jump and grab his ass and take him to the ground.
Okay.
So I'm going to move, jump, and then grab. You want athletics to jump?
Yes.
That'd be 230.
I'll take that.
And then a grab. That would be garbage. That's a 24.
That will not make his 42
No, that's the
DC.
22. 22.
That will not make his 42 DC.
Okay. That's me.
All right. I do need a acrobatics because you will technically be falling right down here. I'm knocking over people. Maybe knock over.
28.
Okay. Right. And when you're maneuvering to not take damage from the fall, that is
I have cat fall.
Okay. Does that negate all damage?
Doesn't negate it. Treats it as 10 foot shorter.
Okay, and you have to hit the. You got a 27, right?
28.
28. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. You negated. You negate the fall. All right.
I'm actually. I count falls that they're 25 feet shorter because I'm an expert in acrobatics. So if that's less than 25 feet, I don't take any damage at all.
Okay. All right, so. He speaks in a language that you guys not sure what it is. However, that would be Avery and Esteban. You hear him, and it's this crackling voice. And as you jumped at him, you could see that his body is decaying. He's not all there. And this crackling voice, as if
Obviously.
as if there's not enough room in his lungs to get it out. You hear him cough out, "Kill the intruders." And partially their creature seems to nod in acquiescence. And then everybody else needs to make me a reflex, I believe.
Is that everybody in general?
Yes.
Except me and Esteban?
No. Hang on.
Way to include
I gotta
yourself
give
in
you
that.
no, specifically, it's a cone, so we're gonna go with, that's gonna be Sunshine, Sibril, Chevy, Esteban.
Is it a fear-based cone?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, what kind of cone is it? I have some things that change my numbers. Not that I don't think it's going to matter.
All right, reflex.
I have a 27.
27 just makes it.
Hallelujah.
I have a 28.
28 will make it.
23.
You two are off guard.
23.
23, you fail. You fall prone.
25 wouldn't make it, would it?
No.
Okay.
And so Chevy is prone.
Wait,
And
did you say we're off guard?
yes, you two are off guard. And Esteban,
33.
33. You have succeeded, so you are just off guard as well as this wave trembles the earth underneath you guys. You feel he points his hand towards you guys, his fingers spread, and you feel the earth underneath you shake as a shockwave runs through it. And that is going to end his turn. That brings us to Nayla.
Over here with the cat.
Esteban on deck.
Thank you.
Look, I'm not above shooting someone in the back.
Bring him down.
Do you want me to shoot should I shoot the guy in the air?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that
Yes.
too.
And at the very least, if you miss wildly, you're not going to, impale one of us.
That's also true. I usually don't miss wildly though,
Oh, that's
but I
good.
will now
Oh,
because
dude.
I've said that.
Yeah, right. This is the day.
Totally just called that. Okay. All right. So I am going to shoot at the guy in the sky.
Okay.
Reading rainbow songs in my head now.
I can fly twice as high.
Oh, no. That's a 23.
23 will miss.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so then I'm going to try again with my wrist launcher. Oh, that's even worse.
Don't forget the hat of veil, the veil of valor.
Where are you
Yeah,
from?
that's it.
Hey,
Don't
y'all.
forget the veil of valor, says Sunshine.
It's high noon.
It's high noon. Thank you, Matt Mercer.
You have diabetes and diabetes.
Hey,
Sugar diabetes.
sometimes things happen.
That's a 19, so that also doesn't hit.
My name's Sunshine. I got sugar diabetes.
I'm on El Gato still, correct?
Well, you were giving him scritches.
Yep.
He's laying there kicking
Okay,
his foot.
yep, okay.
Too loud.
I think I'm just gonna stay where I am. Now, I will move, like, towards the back end of El Gato,
Don't know where they got to.
just to have better eyes on the other dude.
Okay. Backside of El Gato.
Yep.
El gato.
All right. All right.
That will be me.
That
Esteban
brings
Diggity.
us to Esteban.
Hello. I am Esteban San Jorge de la Vega, and you hurt my friends. I hate you a lot.
Now you must die.
Now you must die.
Prepare to die.
Yeah. All right. I am going to start by singing, or I'm doing a courageous anthem.
There we go.
It's a 60-foot emanation. You inspire yourself and your allies with words or tunes of encouragement. You and your allies in area gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
Love it.
And it
So-
stacks.
Yep, it's... And, yeah, I just say that, and, it happens. And then for my
That's
next
him casting the spell. He says all of that.
Alright. Don't forget that +1, everybody.
Yeah.
Gather round.
Yeah. I am going to. I remember using. What the fuck is it?
Maybe he doesn't.
No, I do.
What the fuck is it?
They're within 30 feet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's. I am going to. Is Fallen Part and Creepy and the other Fallen Part and Creepy, are they within 10 feet of each other, or are they separate?
No.
Because I can't tell from here. Okay.
They're not quite.
All right. I'll do the flying one. Centering on them.
They're both off the ground.
They're either tall flying or short flying.
The one she shot at.
Okay.
That's tall flying.
Tall flying.
They're all tall flying to you.
Fair. Taller flying.
Extremely tall flying.
Hey,
There you
would this count as a tall, dark, and creepy?
Yeah. TDC.
Is Sunshine attracted to them now?
No.
Really?
Anyway.
It's your type.
Noise blast.
Opposites attract.
So
I already have one.
it's a fortitude save.
Okay.
And yep, so a noise blast out, dealing 2d10 sonic damage. Each creature must attempt a fortitude save.
All right. So the tall one there, he only got a 24 on his fortitude.
So it's 10 plus mine, or is it no?
No, you should have your save on there.
Where are they?
At the
Spells,
of your
very top.
spells.
I think yours is like a 27.
Yeah, it's either 26 or
Oh,
27.
it's 26. Sorry. Yep. So he takes it.
Okay.
All right.
He takes it.
Yeah, he does.
Oh boy!
Woo!
Wait.
That's some.
My
That's
goodness.
some bitch right there. Took it really good. You know what I'm saying?
Learning so much about each other today.
All right.
We learned that Esteban is not picky.
I think
No,
we already
he's
knew that.
Oh, that's true.
7.
All right.
I wanted to say 34, but it's 2d10.
Or 31.
All right. All right. That
Alright.
ends your turn, yes?
I mean, unless you want to give me more actions. No, I'm done.
Sunshine, that would bring us to you.
What is short, dark, and creepy?
What is it?
Yes.
Give me a religion or nature.
I like to think of it as the shadow shithead one, and the other one shadow shithead 2.
SHL.
26.
26.
They're also the same, so it's the same.
Okay, that is a moon-touched wraith.
A moon-touched wraith.
Yes. And
Doesn't that just sound lovely?
they are definitely incorporeal,
Uh-huh.
but they can touch you. And
That seems fair.
they definitely get a lot of their power from the moons.
I don't consent to them touching me, no thank you.
Gonna ask if it was a good touch or a bad touch.
So they have undead traits.
Consent is sexy.
This is true.
Undead traits, you say.
Undead traits, you say. I think I have something for that. Something specific for that.
Yeah, try to heal them.
Purge it with
Maybe
fire.
they'll die.
Well, I have a lot of, let's be honest, I have a lot of things specific to that, but I was thinking something more.
Healy.
How close is it to me?
To you, it's about 20 feet. What's that? 15, 20 feet?
Well,
Lovely.
you know what? We'll just. That's not the one I want. Hold on. Sorry, I was looking for the one that does holy stuff.
Holy.
Beep.
I am going to take my last two actions, and I am going to cast Radiant Beam at it.
Okay.
Take that radiant beam.
It is a basic reflex
All right.
for your flying booty.
Basic reflex.
Yes.
That would be a 28.
Damn you.
Sorry, that's what he got. He kind of moves out of the way, seeing that coming.
Yeah, it's a bright, shining light of.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Where's
With
the
it.
bullshit button?
With a backflip.
No, that is what it is. Well, bullshit is damage. He takes 11 damage,
Right.
Yeah, that's
but if the light passes through an area of magical darkness or targets a creature affected by magical darkness, Radiant Beam attempts to counteract the darkness.
So it's like magic missile, but effective.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit of darkness. It's also still has moonlight, so.
Oh no,
Not
it's also
quite
the
just
area. It is not just.
Okay. I mean, anything that's dark would definitely be kind of lit back up. Get a little bit more moonlight through to that area, maybe. But it seems the sun in wherever you guys are is definitely not out. So the only light is from you and the moons.
I can change that. Oh, sorry.
You absolutely can. You can try. All right. And
Sorry. That's all my. That's who's ever next. Sorry.
that brings us to Chevy.
First, I have Kip up, which lets me as a free action stand up. So I will do
Alright.
that. And then
Might have to remove a tree here. So that I can see.
Hey, I got yelled at for that once.
I know, right? Well, there was an elf in it.
with 30 foot of movement, can I get to around to the back side of the short flying one to get a straight line view between the two of them. I want to put myself in a line between them.
15 feet will get you here. 25, 30, yes.
30. Then with my remaining 2 actions, I'll use Stormcaller's Gift to launch a straight line of lightning between the two of them.
All right.
So I kind of grab a hold of the Thunderstone here and just with my other hand kind of just point in their direction as lightning launches from my fingertips. They need to give me a basic reflex save, both of them.
Open up where I want it to. All right. That is a 32 for the one up tall.
That is a success, not
and
critical.
a 20 for the wraith.
That's a fail. So the Wraith will take 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33 for the Wraith, halved for the other guy. Lightning damage. And that's all my actions.
All right. The wraith lets out this horrid screech. It's this high-pitched. It almost sounds like if you've ever heard a peacock scream.
Like a woman?
It
She's
very
yelling
much
help.
so is, but raise the octave to glass shatter. That's the sound it makes as it gets hit with that. So it screams and it almost hurts the ears, but it doesn't do anything other than make you kind of, ugh.
I have heard a peacock scream, just so you are
They're-
aware.
They're not happy to hear.
They're annoying.
All right.
There was a
That
peacock up the road from us
Brings
where
us
I grew up.
to Avery.
It was loud.
Kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
Ooh, that was almost a nat 20.
Almost only counts in. Never mind.
Horseshoes and hand grenades
And dice.
and dice.
These dice.
Okay, I am going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement, and it's a spell attack. So altogether I have 35, and they need to attempt a Fortitude.
Okay, which one are you hitting?
The one that's right in front of me, the one that's right
Short,
there.
dark, and creepy.
This one?
SDC.
He's actually quite bigger than the other one.
Whatever.
Where's my book? With undead traits. Can they be enfeebled?
Yes.
Okay. Couldn't remember.
He says confidently.
No, I 100%. I can bleed. I can be enfeebled.
Well,
you just-
can.
you just
You're
get-
a little different.
And it says
I'm
nothing
undead.
against creatures being dead or alive, so.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Undead. You have undead traits.
and it makes a
Hence the void.
Fortitude.
And what did she say?
That
Undead.
is a
And what do I have?
Undead.
Okay.
25.
And that goes against my attack roll, 35, right?
It goes against your spell DC.
Okay, so. Nope, it does not make it.
Okay,
But you're a
so
special
he
kind
is
of undead.
enfeebled one then.
Love it.
Alright, and then with that, I am going to use my last action. I'm going to. I'm going to move behind the stump as to protect myself.
Run away!
Okay,
Run away, run
move
away.
yourself behind this tree here.
Yes.
Okay, so you move yourself behind the tree. All right. That brings us to the top of the order. It is the Moontouch Wraith.
Kill them all. Harry Potter.
It is actually coming down here.
Oh, little shade man.
Right here.
Do my bidding.
Getting away from Chevy.
The boy who lived.
Come to die.
Sunshine, 25. Does that hit you?
Yes.
Don't sue us.
It's us.
Take 15 points of negative damage.
Bullshit.
Void damage. And make me a will save.
Bullshit.
Oh.
Hey,
Push the button.
question for the rules lawyers of the group.
What kind of save?
Will save.
If you've hit somebody with Ray of Enfeeblement, can they get hit with another one?
Yes.
And do they stack?
It would.
Or does it replace it?
All conditions are.
It is the
They don't stack amongst each other. So if you give them, if he critically fails the save, you would give him Enfeeble 2. It would replace her 1 with 2. It doesn't
What'd
make
you
it
get?
3.
33.
Got it.
Okay. You succeed.
Because that would suck for you.
Dude,
You
yeah.
are not frightened. All right.
So if you're on fire, you can't be on more fire.
I don't burn.
Okay, if you're on humble, you don't get to be more humble.
It will go for a second one on you. That is a. That's only a 20. No, sorry, 25. Again, 25. I was trying to take away 10 instead of 5. So
Take away the 10, damn it.
that is 13 points of void damage, and you can make another will save.
Ugh. Try to kill me.
It's tactically sound.
Kill the healer.
Jump on its way to get healed. Several.
Huh? I know.
Cyril, you're on deck with the other guy.
I got a 20. Technically 22.
Okay.
Well, if it's against fear, right?
Yeah, it's
You
fair.
are frightened 1.
I'm frightened one.
Yes.
Even with getting the 1 plus the hat plus the bonus.
Yep. All right. So
That's okay.
that brings us to Cyril and the other guy up there. Moving Simo.
Sure. I don't really care about him. Being a creature that is naturally a predator and relies heavily on feeding on fear, I will almost instinctively smell the fear that Sunshine is now exuding, and
Right there.
I will draw my weapon,
Okay.
and I will move over to the shade figure that is attacking Sunshine, flanking with Sunshine.
Okay. So you're gonna move to flank.
Yep. And then I would like to hit him.
All right.
Hit him.
That is a 36.
36 is a crit. Keep
He
covering my
takes
dice.
39 points of damage
All right.
as I take my newly crafted awesome badass Power Ranger sword that lights up when I tell it to, and rake it through its body. And I will leave him off guard, and instinctively I will my teeth will bear themselves as I kind of just instinctively am in protection mode as it has struck Sunshine, and that's all of my actions: to draw my weapon, to move, and to slice him.
All right. At the same time as you're doing that, that would be a natural 20 to hit you, Chevy, as a vine lashes from the tops of the nearby trees and comes at you.
I don't think that hits.
Yeah, just tell her that's a straight up miss.
That would be a 38. That'll be 26 points of bludgeoning damage. And then that is a...
My soul seems to have run out of juice.
That is
somehow.
only a 22 for the grab.
That's bad.
22 against my AC.
It's versus your fortitude DC.
That is my fortitude DC.
Okay, you are grabbed right there.
Oh shit.
Maybe I should use the fucked ring for that.
Oh, that's some
What
shit,
have I
isn't
done?
it?
Printed my own demise.
I believe this is like, was that foreshadowing? Because,
Give himself the fucked ring.
You know what? You should. You
so
should use it
you're
on
grabbed,
anyone
you're
that gets
immobilized
printed on.
and flat-footed. Well, so you're immobilized and off guard right now? what the 2E is now. Is that right?
If you're grabbed.
Remastered? Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, remastered is immobilized and off guard. There's no flat-footed anymore, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Sounds
so
correct.
then he's going to fling a spear down at you.
Okay.
It seems to just coalesce out of void material, and that would be a 27 to hit.
That would hit. Can I use flashy dodge even though I'm immobilized? It doesn't say I have to move. It just says I can lean backward or something.
Is it a manipulate type action?
No, it just has the swashbuckler trait.
Okay, you may try.
It just adds 2 to my AC, which would bring it above
All right.
just above, and that gives me panache for.
All right, that thing.
Wrecking face later.
You barely move out of the way. You see that. You feel the cold of the void energy go past you, and you feel the very real air slip past. And as it slams into the ground beside you, it disappears into nothing. All right. That will bring us then to Irnela.
I don't know that my shooting is really going to be helpful. So I'm going to try something brand new for
Ooh,
me.
I like brand new.
I am going to throw a blood bomb.
Oh my god.
Blood bomb, you say?
It's a flask full of shrapnel and anticoagulants
Rude.
Okay.
designed to make targets bleed out.
Nails and aspirin. Nails and aspirin.
Oh, that's
okay.
fucking. Ooh.
Just see what happens.
Here we go. Get him.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
No! No! No!
That's what I get for trying something new.
No!
Stick to the dang guns.
Well, welcome to your new character. Huh. Where'd she go? I don't know.
All this great team bonding, and
Okay,
she's like, take this,
so-
bitch!
You gotta reroll.
Gotta reroute.
Ooh,
Oh, hello.
thank you. I'll take that.
Natural.
20.
20.
That's
way better.
Reroll. Beautiful reroll.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Fuck you.
Right? Okay, so it says it deals 1 slashing damage, and then 1d6 persistent bleed, and 1 slashing splash damage.
Okay, so it takes 2 then?
Mm-hmm.
And that's on the guy up here that threw at, or,
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, the guy in the sky.
okay.
Is that persistent bleed doubled with a crit? So it's 2d6 persistent bleed.
Persistent damage doesn't double.
Oh.
I didn't even bring
crits.
my d6s. Can I borrow a d6?
I suppose I have a d6 for you.
You've got like 27 of
Yeah,
them.
there's 25 here, but I have to keep those for when I crit.
I don't know
So
what
that's
you're
a
talking
3
about.
for the persistent.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not very powerful, but it was fun.
All right. So,
Awesome. And FYI, persistent anything is a bitch.
Yeah.
Can I just hold on to this d6?
I'll trade you this
Bleed
one.
almost killed me last
You
time.
can't have my neat red one. You can have the black one.
yes, specific ones he will loan out.
Yeah. Next time I'll
Alright.
just dig one out.
So, you pulled it out, you threw it.
I assume he can bleed because we were talking about
I can bleed.
if several can bleed, then
Anybody can bleed.
anyone can bleed. Okay, so
I mean, you don't have to have blood to bleed. You could have like ooze and leak.
Incorporeal probably doesn't
Okay.
bleed.
Do you have any more
I don't know.
actions?
I mean that was 1. I might as well try to shoot at it.
Okay.
When in doubt,
Maybe bleed
Shoot it
my own
out.
blood.
shoot it out.
No one
When
makes
in
me
doubt,
bleed
shoot
my
it
own
out.
blood.
How about a 16?
That will not hit.
No, then we will not.
When in doubt, pretend to shoot it out.
Bang!
Big loud bang.
Bang bang.
What the hell are you doing? Bang, 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 bang!
All right, Esteban
Hello.
and Sunshine. So Esteban, Sunshine, you're on deck.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing.
Which one looks more fucked up?
Probably the Wraith.
The one by me.
All right. Well, you know, since I'm gonna shoot a phase bolt at him.
Okay. Go for it.
6 is coming at me for my brain.
Phase bolt.
Inbound.
It's within 30 feet. Yeah.
Yes, you are definitely within 30 feet.
Excellent. All right. Let's see. Phase bolt. Magical energy. It's spell attack, so I must roll. There it is. That's a shit roll.
He's not wrong.
24.
That is a shit result.
24 will hit.
Oh!
Not as shit as you thought.
I mean, that's
He is off guard. Thank your resident Civil.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna roll 6 d4s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go. 14. 14 points of damage.
That's pretty good.
14 points.
Actually, yeah.
Did you add your hat and your own Inspire Courage? That'd be 16 if you didn't.
That Inspire Courage is 1 round, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm. The hat doesn't make it me hit easier, does it? I don't remember.
It doesn't make you. Yeah, you add +1 to your damage.
All right, fine. One more.
Hey.
Esteban
One more.
and the moon ray.
Yeah, and I say everyone helps.
Yes.
Every bit helps.
Yes. So, as the phase bolt, it hits him, and then it hits the dark void matter, and starts to convert it to light as it's pulsing, and it grabs a hold of him, and he just basically changes like a negative, and then boop, gone.
It's like a bubble.
All right.
Goodbye.
Hello. And I'm going to guidance on Sunshine.
Dang.
All right.
Teamwork makes the
Sunshine.
dream work.
Am I within 30 feet of the tall flying thing?
The other one.
Not quite. Just out of range there.
All right, I'll
A
use
little
my
bit.
first action to move forward to within 30 feet, and then I will cast Vitality Lash.
What does that
All
do?
right, go for it.
That is a basic fortitude save.
Read the flavor text.
I will. I demolish the target's corrupted essence with energy from Creation Forge.
So you basically hit it with
Vitality.
yeah, you're
And that's a fortitude.
She's trying
Yes.
to kill it with
That is
life.
a 34.
You son of a bitch.
Kill it with kindness.
Hi, I'm kindness.
Give him the Care Bear stare.
Pretty much.
Fuck you!
All right.
Does he take no damage?
Does he take no damage?
Yeah, because that's a critical.
Oh.
Oh,
So he
hey,
takes no damage.
push the fucking button.
Womp, womp.
You send it at him, and he just kind of moves a little bit, but then this kind of void energy just almost seems to suction in the spell, almost as if he has somewhat of a shield to himself.
Bullshit.
And that
That's not
brings
my
us
actions.
to Chevy.
So I'm immobilized, correct? There's this like vine wrapped around me or something.
Yes,
Can I break out of that in some way?
you can.
But I'm not going to tell you how.
Maybe.
What would you like for me to roll, Seer?
You're gonna need to roll an athletics.
Okay.
Well, or acrobatics, whichever one you prefer.
They're both 18, 25. Yeah, 25. 26.
26 will do it.
Okay.
So you break out
So-
of that.
First action is to do that. Second action is to Is he right next to a tree there? Is there actually a tree there that I'm just not seeing because it's removed for visual effects?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there are trees right there. He's between two. It's kind of in the canopy a little.
I will activate my arachnid harness, which allows
Sorry,
me.
what?
That was armor that I picked up from the angel.
Arachnid harness?
Arachnid harness. It's basically the same red. So you guys wouldn't have noticed much of a difference other than some sort of black. Kind of looks like spider arms that go around my chest with a Black Widow's hourglass in the middle.
Underneath the coat.
Kind of underneath the coat. Kind of blends in, other than some black stripes here. But as I activate it, those arms outstretch and become spider legs.
His coat just kind of flies out from
Hey,
behind.
hey, secrets don't make friends.
Yeah, you can keep that shit over there.
Yeah. Which gives me a climb speed, and I will climb that tree
Spider Bard.
right next to him. And my speed is currently 40 feet, so I'll get right up next to him.
Ooh.
Hello.
That.
Make him your Mary Jane.
All right, so you're getting right up there with him, huh?
Yep. And then
Was that the redhead? Mary Jane?
Mary Jane was
Yeah.
the redhead. And then with my last action, I will lash out with my rapier with a...
Right up here with him.
No, I take that back. Make him Gwen, because we know what happens to Gwen.
confident finisher here.
Kill it.
Actually,
The hell's wrong with
you
you?
can be technically you could be on the platform that's floating. with
Okay.
him.
That works. Confident finisher. I just rolled to hit. That's a 26, 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. That's 5d6. Plus 6.
That's what I would have done if we hadn't critically succeeded.
What a bitch.
Plus 6 is 21 points of piercing damage. It's a magical weapon, if that matters.
Made of pure, go fuck yourself.
Yes.
All right.
Put me in a vine, why don't you? I'll turn into a spider.
I wouldn't put Chevy in
I
a
don't
vine.
know if that works.
Yeah. Nobody puts Chevy in a vine.
So confused.
The random Spider-Man? He's a man, he turned into a spider.
You did, yeah.
And I am kind of amazing, so.
All right. So is that the end of your turn?
It is.
All right. That brings us to Avery.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the top of that tree stump.
Well, that is an actual tree. I've just moved
Oh,
them for
okay.
visual here.
Well, from where do I have a angle to?
I mean, you
The
can kind of
wraith.
see through. There's some cover there. They might get bonuses to AC and such. But you can see them up there on the platform.
Okay. It doesn't tell me a range or anything, but I want to try to cast Advanced Scurvy on it. It needs to go.
When in doubt, give it scurvy.
Yes, absolutely.
What the hell is advanced
It
scurvy?
needs to be basically.
Its skin's already
initial
falling off, so now she has to give it
scurvy.
more scurvy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, advanced scurvy. I need a fortitude save, correct?
Yes.
Where are my minions to fetch my oranges?
That did
I
not
gave
say
the angel
specifically.
scurvy when I played Avery.
Oh my god.
Well, apparently, this guy is not the angel. That would be a natural 20.
Oh,
He is not getting scurvy.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I
No
hate it
scurvy
when
for
you don't
you.
get scurvy.
I mean, that one time that I got scared. Oh, wait.
Ooh,
That wasn't scurvy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you went there.
That's why you have your salve.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move
Damn, I got a salve for that
to
burn.
the tree, and I don't know how
If
far I
you
am
don't,
from
I
that
do.
this tree right here.
This one?
Yeah,
Okay, you want to move?
I want to
right
climb it with my last action if I can, but if not, I'll just start right there.
here? You can get over there and you can start your climb, but you'll be kind of on the tree,
Okay.
climbing. Okay. Give me an athletics real quick. And that will bring us to the top of the order, which is going to be several in the sky.
I will make eye contact with Sunshine, and I'll. Are you okay?
For now.
28.
28 will do it. You're hanging on the tree at the moment.
My eyes will kind of flash kind of red, and I will move over to join Chevy in the.
Jumping up here.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shift this a little bit so I don't knock anybody out. So are you climbing up and
Oh, yeah.
onto?
If at all humanly possible, I'd like to flank with Chevy. If it's not possible, it's fine. He's going to be off guard for Chevy regardless. But
It would take you 2 actions.
No, I
to
don't
get
want
up
that.
on this.
Technically,
want that
he's
my way.
frightened one, so because he was demoralized
think I got
at the
him.
beginning of the combat.
that's true. I'm going to hit
Your
him.
frightened goes down.
I'm going to hit him.
He is not frightened anymore.
This bullshit.
At the end of each of your turns, the value decreases by 1.
26 to hit.
26 will hit.
So I'm no longer frightened.
No, you are not. At the end of your
He
turn.
takes 18 points of damage, and he is off guard.
Go away.
Okay.
Go away.
And so let's see. Avery shot at him. Chevy hit him. I've hit him. And Sunshine shot at him, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I
Okay. I'm
stabbed
gonna
him
use,
and I hit him with
I'm gonna use
lightning.
United Assault, which if I hit will give me a +4 to my damage.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
I also hit him.
It maxes out at 4. I
Okay,
just need
fine.
4.
I just
But-
wanted
No, yeah,
it
for sure.
to go on record that
Hey, for
I
sure.
too hit
Your
him.
hit matters too.
with our powers combined.
We
With our
are
powers combined, Cyril does more damage.
That's right.
Cyril's
so,
Captain Planet.
I mean, that's fair.
United Souls.
I'd like to think
United
your sword
Attack.
turns into a rainbow and like
Fuck you.
So that's 31
It is
It's-
called
with my
Divine Bane.
map.
It's the more you
31
know
will hit.
logo.
You just throw that fucked ring at somebody, and if it lands around them, then they know that they're kind of screwed because our
No.
attack just.
They're fucked. I love that status ring.
That's
fucked.
the best.
Yeah, that's how you know.
He takes 28 points of damage and 4 bleed if he can bleed. So
All
if
right.
hers was 3, I did 4, so it will replace her persistent bleed with my 4.
Okay. And
I guess technically I hit him the first time too. He'd have 6. The first time I hit him would have been 6 persistent bleed. So
I need everybody within a 10-foot burst at the same time as you are attacking right here. We're going to place this 10-foot burst so that it's getting Chevy, you,
Who's you?
Several. I was still
Several.
talking to several.
I know.
Irnela and El Gato. Which
Great. What are we
I'll
doing?
roll El Gato, I guess. Unless somebody wants to roll El Gato.
what are we rolling?
What are we rolling?
You guys are rolling a will save. As in a 10-foot burst, the apparitions of the dead, you see these creatures and beings that look like they're nature tied just pop up everywhere within that area. And they start to stalk the living.
31.
31 will make it.
I will not.
Aren't you immune to fear?
I'm not immune.
Is this fear based? So we get extra?
You get a +1 from the hat.
Great.
Yep.
I still think I fail with a 21.
21 does fail.
Yes.
Is this an auditory or visual effect?
It's they appeared.
It did appear.
It is considered emotion, fear, mental.
Okay.
It's not visually appealing to my eyes, no.
All right, so
I'm afeared.
I hate that. That it's
okay,
only those
so
two types.
with this one, those of you that did not make the save, and I did say Irnela, right?
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And I did fail.
All right, you guys are taking. Can't see that one.
It's a 1.
It is a 1. You're taking 1 point of mental damage and 3 points of void damage to each living creature in the area.
That means not use that.
You will take the 1 mental. You will heal 3. However,
Net 2.
who critically? critically something. Somebody.
I failed. Critically failed.
You
I
critically
rolled a
failed.
one.
Quickly
Okay.
failed.
That is frightened 2. And
Anytime I
you
gain
are
frightened,
fleeing.
anytime I gain frightened, it's automatically reduced by 1.
Okay. And you are fleeing for 1 round.
Okay. So I would have taken 2 damage, right? Because it's crit fail.
But then healed
But
by
then
6.
I healed 6. Sounds great.
So
Yep.
if he
Advantages of being unalived.
Hey, question. If he reduces that fear from 2, does he also lose the flee effect?
The
Or
flee is for 1 round, period.
is that a separate effect?
Yeah, it's a critical fail effect, yes.
But he can't critical fail.
I can.
He can critically fail, he just can't.
Okay,
The
so
frightened
he
part.
still really failed. He just is like, I'm more resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I'm running anyways.
Got it. I'm trying to cheese this so he doesn't have to run away.
All right.
I know.
Did everybody else make
He's
that
just, like,
save?
doing
What
that.
did we get?
I had a 31, yeah.
Okay, that's cool to know though.
Your Nayla?
I had a 21.
Okay. You failed, but you did not critically fail.
We should talk
And
about
who
that.
rolled for Elgato, or am I rolling?
Nobody rode for Elgato.
All right. Elgato will make that
Great.
with a natural 20. See? That was ridiculous. Okay.
He's like, what? What's happening?
All right. So that is
Just waiting on several to make a comment about one cat being good, but
2 actions.
nothing. You're just not paying attention.
Third action, he is going to.
I'm trying to get out of fleeing.
You feel those vines swing at you again there, Chevy. That's a 26.
26 is my AC. I will flashy dodge,
Okay. All right.
which gives me
They don't
panache.
grab a hold of you this time.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Irnela.
Am I frightened? Was that part of that too?
Yes. You
Okay.
Well, no. You are not frightened.
Okay, great.
Critical fail is the only way you get frightened.
Beautiful. I got too many friends up there with the guy. Is
Hey,
there?
we got a raider party of 20 people.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome in.
Welcome into the fight.
Is there a way I can move to where if I shoot, I don't hit a friend?
If you go under them, you see the stone platform. So,
That would be difficult to shoot
I
through.
mean, you could try to come over here and see if you can get a better shot.
Like from the side.
Yeah,
Let's do
you
that.
wanna try to come from the side over here.
So, yep.
What's your
Actually-
speed?
30.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily get over
Okay.
here. Over here by Avery.
And then I'm going to try and shoot
Go for it.
at the not alive person that is not my party member.
Yeah, persistent damage at the end of his turn.
That's hard to articulate.
It is hard to articulate. That's a 28.
28 will hit.
Okay.
A loud explosion goes off as she shoots.
13 damage.
All right.
And then I will shoot from the wrist. Kind of like a man who is a spider.
All right.
That's on this side.
It is on this side.
Yes.
You don't get carpal tunnel.
That's a 26.
26 will hit.
Hello, fuck them up.
5 points of damage.
All right. He's still hanging on there. There's chunks of this guy flying off. His rotten flesh is falling to the ground and onto that platform around you guys. You see this burnt hole in him, Chevy, right there beside you. And that is going to bring us to
Do I roll
Esteban.
again for his persistent bleed, or is it the same amount?
his persistency
his.
takes
Yeah.
over.
Yes, got it.
Hey, Seer.
Yeah.
Can we have a very small recap for those that just
Just raided in.
rated in?
You guys have just raided in. They are looking for some major
Casey.
artifacts that can kill deities, and they're on the trail of one right now. And they have just figured out how to get through this complex puzzle of emotional craziness,
Emotional damage.
emotional damage for some of them,
Damage.
emotional yay for some of us who have been shipping something for a while, and they finally get through this only for the middle to open up, and this undead person comes up through the top. Seems to be some kind of druid necromancer, and
He's an
he
asshole.
brought a moon wraith with him, and he is talking bullshit already on me. So that's where we are right now. They have destroyed the moon wraith, and the moon phase still is going on. You still have 3 full moons above you guys, and we are now into Esteban's turn, our bard, and then we have Bard Light,
Hello, I am Esteban San Jorge de la Vega.
I'm
as he calls them. I know.
It is time for you to fucking go away.
Oh. Get him!
Yeah! Now what are we gonna do?
Now what are we gonna do? You weren't ready?
No, I'm always ready. I'm Esteban. I'm just fucking with you. All right, it is time for a phase bolt.
Oh.
Phase bolt. Go for it.
It worked last time.
It
Yeah.
is, it does. It is the crowd pleaser.
And it'll, save me from doing what I have to do.
That's a lot.
It is.
19 plus 16 is enough.
Is a total of what?
Let me math.
Plus 1.
30.
Math.
35.
5.
Is it a
Plus your other stuff, that is a critical.
Ah.
Absolutely, yes.
Fuck yeah. All right. I miss my meta magic feats.
Just go ahead and max all that damage.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Magic feats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so great.
I'm just
Back in the day.
gonna roll 6 times
Go for it.
and then double it.
Do the thing,
4,
pal.
5, 6, 7,
Damage coming, guys.
Are you,
8, 9, 10, 11, 15.
do you need more D4s?
21 times 2, 42 points of go fuck yourself.
42 points. 42 points. Esteban San Jorge del Vega. End him.
Hello.
That's twice, buddy.
You would hurt my friends, and this is how I remember you undying. So, what happens is, this phase bolt
away.
grabs a hold of him, hits him, instead of blinking him out, it grabs him and it just starts pulsing into him, and he starts shaking and screaming and writhing as he's disintegrating. And then, as previous things have exploded, it's just going to do like a starburst of light, and then he's gone.
Must have banished them.
Esta vanished. Definitely.
That's
So-
to vanished.
Absolutely.
Fuck you.
Guys, you rated in at the very last of this. Very last of this today.
Kill him. Yep.
So we are going to actually end at the end of this fight right here. Everybody doing their thing. I think the last thing I'm going to do, though, actually, is
I need-
Chevy and Several need to make me an acrobatics as suddenly everything drops.
I need to
the
know
ground.
if I'm still fleeing.
I won't
because
bother because I
because
have catfall that reduces
I do too.
damage
I
to
do as-
25 feet.
I do as well.
Yeah, so.
Because the effect that applied fleeing came out of the middle, right? It was a big burst, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the guy. It was some kind of effect.
Yes.
So I'm still fleeing. So my first action is to move 40 feet towards sunshine.
40 feet towards sunshine.
Yes.
You're there.
I look at her in the face. She sees terror in my eyes. I reach into the front of her shirt and grab hold of that crystal that opens up portals, and I try to open a portal to escape.
You're gonna grab the sun sphere.
It says I will do anything possible to escape, and if that means opening
Hey,
doors or portals
you know what?
to do so.
Where is it? She keeps that again.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
heard.
he always
that's what
keeps saying that.
He did say that.
I did.
He did say he was reaching in.
Bam.
That's okay, because you know what? It's technically my initiative. And you know what? Lay on hands, mercy. I prevent him from fleeing.
Lay on hands, mercy, huh?
And now he's standing there with his hand on her chest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Down her shirt.
Hey, do you also do emotional healing? Because after today, I feel like
Yep.
we need that.
When I chose my lay on hands, I took the feat mercy, which allows me to choose one of 3 things. I chose mercy of the mind, which reduces fleeing, frightened and stupefied. It takes 2 actions instead of 1 action. So I will burn my point, and he is no longer fleeing.
Okay.
So now my hand's
He is
just
no
down.
longer
Sure.
fleeing.
Yes, it is.
So we went from subtle to not so subtle.
Several.
Instead of lay on hands, it's lay on breasts.
Breastbone of healing.
Yeah, no.
Bringing it back an oldie but a goodie.
Several. You need to work on your subtlety, sir.
So you just watched the fear melt from his face.
You guys just had your first kiss and now this.
I said a TikTok. It's been a long time.
In the sunshine jar.
Get a cabin, you two, okay?
I'm busy.
You move so fast.
You're busy with what?
Yeah, we are busy.
This is taking way too long.
You guys are. It's quite busy. You know what? It's very busy.
What are you talking about?
That we're pretty much done with you guys' memories
Only you.
for the day.
They don't hear me, but they can see your reaction.
I was tired anyway.
I know.
don't know why
Roll a
we're still
d20,
here.
Seer.
I've never seen a several actually get tired before.
It happens occasionally, not very often.
Yeah.
Guys,
I think it's just code
look.
for...
We're gonna break back to focus. We'll focus back in on this memory. Next week, we'll take a look at it.
I thought you said we were done with our memories.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Next week, we'll focus back into the end of this. You know what? And I think, Jinx, there's somewhat of a buzzing in your equipment. The magic's not working right. Maybe talk to Overwatch. Just like a little buzz in my ear. So you might want to fix it.
Don't fucking look at me.
I don't.
I'm watching.
There's no buzz.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I can't.
But
hear
my
anything.
patience has limits.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Yeah?
I guess that's.
we're gonna call it there for the night, guys.
Huh.
We will, maybe Laura can raid us into somebody else. Where did that raid come from? Jump on into something else. Guys, we'll see you next week.
Copy that raid call if you want to go along. You're more than welcome to do a little slide into another stream with us.
See, you're look like you're having some problems there.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
While we're wrapping up, we play in a homebrew world. If any of the raiders are still here, we play in a homebrew world that is a creation of the Seer over there. We are using Pathfinder 2nd Edition for our core rules. Laura, you can rate us whenever you want. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone knows kind of what's going on.
Hey, Fridays.
Rolling ones
just
are a
chatting.
bitch, Laura. That's all I gotta say. It's rolling ones are a bitch.
We didn't have a chance to talk about our shows. So tomorrow's Barnabas with Brushes on his channel. Friday we'll have on YouTube
Critical Knowledge?
Critical Knowledge, which is a new show that so does, and I might pull my head out of my ass and do something on Thursday. I don't know. Probably.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then starting all over the week, Bloodlords on Monday.
Bloodlords on Monday, and then we'll be back here on Tuesday. A little bit of a secret here. On Friday we're gonna talk about lore check. We're gonna start diving into the lore of Galarian and the world of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So tune into that, and we'll have a great time. Seer, you want to take us away?
Yeah, we're out. We'll see you guys later.
I think we did have a conversation about this.
All right, Laura, let it roll.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. We'll pound the seer for questions later.
Whoa.